Now let's take a little look at head movement and how we can analyze for it in the Handy Golf app, specifically when we're looking at those swings from down the line. So if I get into my setup position like so, and then draw a circle around my head, what we'll see in most good players is that head stays pretty steady in that circle through impact, through until we get to the finish. There will be a little bit of movement up and down and maybe a left to right, but generally it will stay in the vicinity of that circle. What we can see with players that move the head too much is they'll generally pop out or really lower the head out of that circle. So if we now look at the Handy Golf app, we can show you how to analyze that head movement using that Clear Swing IQ technology. So to analyze head movement, what we can do is select that circle tool and then we can draw a circle around the head. Sometimes you may need just to move that circle and we're just going to put it around the head like so. And what we can do is we can scroll through the swing or play it at a slower speed, and then we're just checking to see the head movements here. So you can see the head is pretty much staying inside that circle here. On the backswing, there's no movement up or down or toward or away from the target. You can see here there's going to be a little bit of movement. You can clearly see how it's moving away from the target here a little bit, but you can see how it's maintained inside the circle all the way through pretty much to the finish there. Now if we look at another example, if I draw that circle around the head so it's just a little bit larger than the head like so, like I said, you may need to resize it. And then if I scroll through the swing here, or I can play it, you can clearly see straight away the head is coming out of that circle in the backswing. And then as we come down, you can see it's still outside the circle. It's moved away from the circle. So in this instance, there's a lot of movement in the backswing of that head moving outside the circle. And it's a really nice way of just analyzing that head movement from down the line.